Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? A gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. Pardon me, I'm restarting my phone. Wanted to share this with you. Um, just a reminder, tomorrow I'm going to do shout outs. I have some work to do on my car, and yes, I am going to do the work. I love to tinker. Back in the day, my mom had a 69 Mustang. I lived under the hood of that thing. I changed the oil, I changed the spark plugs. You know, I did a bunch of stuff on that car because everything was right there. You didn't need a computer back in the day to work on a car. I think I even adjusted the butterfly valve a couple of times on that car. And I miss those days. So I'm going to attempt. Notice I said attempt because this newer car, based on everything that I've read and I've seen and researched, there has always been a problem with the touchscreen in the vehicle. Why they haven't recalled it, I don't know, but the screen delaminates and you don't get the full features. Like for my particular situation, the two center panels on the touchscreen go black after the car runs for a little bit. It's called delamination, and either they got a faulty batch of screens or there's something funky about the wiring, but this has been a known problem for a while on this particular vehicle from this particular manufacturer, GM. Well, more specifically, Chrysler Plymouth Jeep. Yeah, I went there. So I'm going to attempt to swap out the screen. I bought the parts today. The screen from the dealer was listed at $695. The actual cost of the screen from Amazon, $89. Guess what screen I went with? Anywho, that's not what I logged on to say, but that's one of the things that will be highlighted on my weekend. The other thing is, and this happened just this morning. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket to get my groceries for the week, and hopefully it'll last longer than that, but I went to get my groceries, $136 for 4 bags. And I'm still asking, what did I get? Didn't get a whole lot of meats. I think I got one hearty meat item, but I digress. So I went to the supermarket, got my groceries. In this particular little plaza area, they just opened a crumble cookie joint. Now, I have never had crumble cookies, but I've seen, influencers talk about crumble cookies on the internet. So, me being me, I had to try a crumble cookie before I get with the bandwagon. So I go in there, the joint is real sleek. There were 2 people working in there, and the place was immaculate. Just, spotless. But you go in, and there's a little rope, and there are 2 pretty much self-serve kiosks, and they're computer panels, touch screens, with the little tap pad for your card. I don't know what you would do if you decided to pay cash. I didn't see it register. That doesn't mean there wasn't one, but I just didn't see it. So I went and placed my order. Now, they refer to cookies as desserts. And for the most part, crumble looks like, I want to say a Tiffany store because it's color coded. Everything's pink. You get a nice little pink box. So I'm pretty much paying for the presentation, the visual presentation. Now, the crumble cookies are pretty, and they have a rotating menu. Yes, they have a cookie menu. So every month they come out with something different. So I went for the cheesecake, the pink velvet, and tres leches, which translates 3 milks. Now, the reason I opted for the tres leches is because they were highlighted on the internet as something that Crumble did right, because most of the comments on Crumble were like, ew, you know, and most of the comments were like my first experience, you know, somebody just had to try it. So I didn't eat cookies last night because, you know, I'm trying to really follow this strict regimen because I have diabetes type 1. Okay? It doesn't mean I can't have sugar. It just means I have to limit what I have, you know. And I've been doing really well because I was at one point becoming insulin resistant, which in and of itself has its own complications. So I've been doing really well maintaining my blood sugar levels. So here's my critique. And I'm not a food reviewer, so, you know, this is me shooting off the cuff. Cookies are too expensive, or the desserts is what they call them, are too expensive. I bought 6 things and came out $36 lighter. Some very expensive cookies, don't you think? It's over $5 a cookie. And they're not big. Yeah, I haven't had the other 2 selections that I made. I just had the tres leches, and I had that this morning, and I was only eating half. Too expensive. It was sweet. Now, you expect a cookie to be sweet, but it was, for me, too sweet. I don't know what kind of whipping cream they used, because when I washed the spoon, it was greasy. I mean, it was flavorful, but it was too sweet. I'll tell you about the other 2 once I eat them, you know, and it's going to be a minute because, like I said, I'm trying to monitor my sugar intake. So I'm not going to eat those things back to back. But I just think, for me, this is a very expensive experiment. I could have done something else with $36.